Raimi.
Hi, Sailor.
Welcome to Much Ado About Some Shit, where every week Raimi tries to talk me into watching garbage television by walking me through some amount of absolutely trash show. What are we doing,
Yes.
Raimi?
So, we are returning to something you had originally requested. So, you better like it.
I recant what I said about trash.
And I've been enjoying it as well.
Yay.
The Mole got picked up for a second season on Netflix.
All right.
So, we're doing season 2.
All right.
Yeah.
By the way, to any of our audio-only listeners, any photos we reference are available online on our Instagram, Much Ado Some Shit. Nothing is crucial to the plot. We'll say everybody's names and make sure you know who's who. This is just so that I have half a chance of remembering.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Perfect. Okay, so I just did some slides so you can kind of fully see people's faces
Okay.
before I shove everybody together.
All right. There's an elderly fella,
Yes.
Silver Fox.
Yeah.
That's unusual for these games. Love it.
He comes in and he's like, I'm a bit older, so people are going to underestimate me, think I can't do certain things, but I'm going to prove them wrong.
There you go. I mean, he's
So-
probably only in his 50s.
Yeah, probably.
He got a gray mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the ginger man is Michael,
Uh-huh.
and the ginger lady next to him is Deanna.
Okay.
So something that I found really cool about Deanna, so I was watching these episodes and I was like, she looks really familiar.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I need to look something up. So Netflix did a documentary a couple years ago called Don't Fuck with Cats.
Oh.
Did you ever hear about that?
Uh-uh.
So many, many years ago, someone started posting videos online of them torturing cats and puppies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So a bunch of web sleuths did a lot of investigating and they found the person who did it,
Uh-huh.
but there was no like concrete evidence necessarily, and they were in another country. So it was really difficult to get, authorities to believe them.
Yeah.
And this person, I can't remember exactly what it was, but this person did end up murdering other people.
Oh, gee. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. If you have no qualms torturing animals, that's
Yeah.
usually precursor.
Yep. And Deanna was one of those web sleuths. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Defend the kitties.
It's really cool that the gal from Don't Fuck with Cats is on the Mole.
I love that.
Yeah.
Go for her.
The guy in the upper left corner is Sean. He is a stay-at-home dad.
All right.
The gal in the upper right corner is Muna. She is Muslim and wears a hijab.
Nice.
And she's like, yeah, I don't think people have a very narrow view of what an Islamic or a Muslim woman is
Yeah.
and is like,
Uh-huh.
so they would never suspect me.
Yeah. Or if they suspect her immediately, they're an asshole.
Yeah.
So she can have fun with this.
Uh-huh.
Whether she's the mole or not, she is in the best position to fuck with people. Oh my god.
Well, and what I find really interesting, this season kind of feels a little bit similar to how like Claim to Fame is for season 3.
Sure.
Because Claim to Fame season 3, everybody's in it right from the get-go. Last season on The Mole, everybody kind of waited to try and like put suspicion on themselves.
Sure.
And this season, everybody is immediately like putting suspicion on themselves. Because if they suspect you as the mole and you're not the mole,
Uh-huh.
then they get wrong answers and they're eliminated. So, do you remember how this game works?
So I just remember one person's the mole and is trying to stop everyone else from doing something.
Yes. So all of these, they call them missions.
Uh-huh.
All of their challenges, there is a dollar amount attached to it.
Okay.
Any dollar amounts that they get at the end of these challenges is added to the prize pot.
Okay.
However much is in the prize pot at the end of the season, and whoever the winner is wins that prize pot. So the mole's job is to make sure that that prize money is as low as possible. And everybody else's job is to, you know, keep that as high as possible.
Right.
But everybody's trying to be suspicious for some fucking reason. It's a good strategy.
Have fun.
It's a fair strategy. I think the problem here is that so many people are doing it.
I am Spartacus.
Yeah.
I am Spartacus.
I'm Lemonade Mouth. Sorry, that's
What?
So we have Tony, pretty boy.
All right.
Ryan. Ryan is a volleyball coach. back
Nice.
At home.
Female Ryan.
Yes, yep. Michael is our ginger, who is also a fellow queer.
Hell yeah.
Hannah is a pretty girl, pretty young. She's playing up the dumb blonde aspect.
Hey, getting people to underestimate you is a great strategy.
Yep. We've got Andy, who is our older silver fox. We have Jen, who's a lovely, lovely lady.
Yes.
As is Melissa. Melissa is a poker player.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So her whole job is...
That's her job, is to keep it locked down.
Yeah.
Her eyes are guarded.
Then we have Niche, Muna, who we talked about a little bit. We have Q. Q is a bus driver.
Okay.
Q's full name is Quaylen,
Okay.
but he just goes by Q.
Okay.
He's a bus driver. His mom has passed away. He wears a necklace that represents his mother. So when he's like trying to drive a point home, he's like, Mama.
Mom, get in on this.
Yeah. Then we have Deanna, who we talked about a little bit, and Sean, who we also talked about a little bit, stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing about this. There was a very clear, like, kind of maybe a mini challenge and then like a big challenge.
Okay.
This is like a big challenge, then a mini challenge, then another mini challenge, then a big challenge. Like, it is fucking constant.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's insanity. Because, so they drop everybody off in the middle of a field in Malaysia.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And their first mission is a paintball challenge. So they have to pick somebody to be the leader. And the leader is in danger of being replaced by these other snipers in this field.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's wild. Yeah, they bring out like 4 or 5 people in all black, and they're like, these are people that didn't make the cut. And they're going to try and paintball you. And if you get hit with the paintball gun, you're out. And one of them is going to replace you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But the leader, like, can't shoot, I think is the catch.
Okay.
So they don't get a chance. If somebody gets hit, they're the one going.
Yeah.
So Niche kind of is like, well, I could do this. And everybody is like, okay,
Yeah.
go for it. Yep.
Oh.
You're our leader.
Shove.
Yep.
Having to speak in front of a group, everybody waiting for one person to cave.
Yep. Thankfully, this is like the most really that happens in the first episode. It's a lot of just kind of setting us up, meeting the players. They are taken to a house and rest, but they are told, hey, you have to take a quiz right now.
Oh my God.
Do you remember how these quizzes work and how people are eliminated?
No. Remind me.
Okay. So, usually after a big challenge, people, every player is asked to take a quiz, and this quiz has questions like, was the mole wearing red today? Was the mole next to Niche today? Like, was the mole on the blue team or the red team? Stuff like that. And whoever knows the least goes home.
Gotcha. Okay, so the kind of constant challenge, it's making me remember when the mole was on TV, like when I was a kid.
20 years ago.
Shut up.
Sorry.
How could you say that to me?
I'm sorry.
It's true, but shut up. Yeah, like because I don't remember much of the show, but what I do remember was one time, like, everybody being, like, woken up in the middle of the night to go and do a challenge and then take the quiz.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you've gotten 2 hours of sleep. You're fucking exhausted. Up and at 'em.
Yep.
Like,
They
yeah.
basically did that last season, but they had them sleeping in sleeping bags, like on a concrete floor.
Oh, God.
Too. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, every joint in my body just hurt at the thought.
Right? Don't do that to Andy.
Don't do that to Andy.
Don't do that to any of the
Any of
Deanna.
that. I mean, literally
Tony and
everyone
Hannah
here-
probably would like be able to get right back up. Maybe
Yeah,
Muna.
Maybe. She looks pretty young, too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
The rest of
everybody
them are all
else-
going, oh God.
Everybody else is 30-something.
Yes.
And hurting.
Yes,
Like us.
exactly.
Anyway.
They do this quiz. Jen is eliminated.
Oh, bye,
Yeah.
Jen. We hardly knew you.
Hardly knew you. So after a very difficult shipwreck challenge, it's like one team has to like go into the jungle and find this satellite. And the other team has to build a fucking raft. And then go get a barrel like
Jesus.
out in the ocean.
Have you seen the show Alone? Even like experienced survivalists can't do that shit.
Right? But that is a thing.
Okay.
Andy ties really good knots, but somehow one of the barrels falls. So, but Andy was not the one near those knots at the time. So Andy is suspicious of the people that were near the knots. So,
So there can be good knots that are also quick release.
yeah. So they are taken to dinner in this little cantina. And they're all sitting down. And then the host comes up. And is like, okay, everybody, you have a chance to win this exemption. The last player to get up will win the exemption.
Oh, Jesus.
However, the catch is that the longer people are sitting, the more drains from the pot, the prize pot of $45,000.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Tony and Hannah are very stubborn, and they are like, we're going to sit here all day. We want this exemption. Like, we will watch it go to zero. People slowly filter out. They're like, nope, I can't watch it go down any further. I have to get up.
Yep.
Like, Muna especially is like, I can't watch it go past. Like, I think maybe she gets to like 20,000. She's like, that is life-changing money for my family. They're Syrian refugees, I believe.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So she's like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Q gets super pissed off. He's like, why are y'all sitting here when the money is draining? Even if you get to another round, there's nothing's going to be left in the pot for you to fucking win.
Right.
So why?
Yeah. Well, okay. This is, what, episode 2?
2.
Yeah, I'm calling bullshit on the money being fully drained, because if they let it get to 0, then why the fuck would anybody continue to play? And then they don't have their show.
Yeah.
They'd come up with some bullshit reason to refill the pot. I'm not scared.
Oh, yeah. But I mean,
That is metagaming, though, which is probably not
not appreciated.
not
No.
appreciated by the producers.
Well, and like, think about sitting somewhere and having a TV and being told, okay, you have $45,000. But the longer you sit there, the more money is going to be out of that pot.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, no, I mean, they're, yep,
yeah,
it's,
a lot.
yeah.
So Tony and Hannah are, of course, the last ones to be sitting. In confessionals, Hannah is like, I'm just going to bat my eyes, and he's going to give it to me. And Tony is like, no.
Nope.
And Hannah is like, I've never been told no before.
Oh my God.
So she like keeps going, and eventually they come to the conclusion that Hannah's going to take the exemption. So Tony stands up and says he's out. Once Tony gets up and decide that Hannah is going to take the exemption, the pot has been drained to $9,870.
Oof.
Yeah.
Damn.
Now the host just rounds it out at a 10K. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, that's still a life-changing amount of money, but
yes, yeah.
less.
Oh, we talked about
than-
this.
Oh yeah, we talk about it every
episode.
We're broke millennials.
Uh-huh.
Like any number of dollars. We're excited.
Helps any.
My God. So many bills. Cost of living just keeps getting higher.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They were up to 45 and they're down to 10. Mm-hmm. Then they take a quiz. Any guesses?
Oh, geez. I mean, Tony and Hannah were the stars of that show, but I'm gonna curveball and take Q. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Just
Andy.
Andy.
Andy's eliminated.
No.
Yeah. I was very sad to see Andy
Me
go.
too. I like seeing an older contestant.
Absolutely.
Like, damn. I feel like the older I get, the more like, well, it's like the same 10 young people in every goddamn show. Mm-hmm. It's like, give us some 50-somethings. Come on.
exactly.
They've lived interesting lives and are still going.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on.
Give it to us.
Variety.
Yes.
20-somethings are boring.
They don't know
You
shit.
haven't lived yet.
Exactly.
That's why I hate that trope of like in books, like an ancient whatever being interested in a 19-year-old girl. Like, please.
Well, he can't read her mind. That's why.
I wasn't even specifically thinking of Twilight. But anyway.
That's where I go.
Yeah.
That is like the quintessential.
I mean, she's like 16, and yes, you can.
What?
He can't like read her mind, but she's a 16-year-old girl. Yes, you can.
I mean, yeah.
Like, how many times have you done high school? How many
But she's
original
different.
thoughts have you read?
She doesn't just want to fuck.
Her blood smells yummy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Stinky.
Anyway.
Okay. So the next mission is a heist.
Okay.
So they split into two teams, and before they are even told what they're doing, they have to choose somebody who is cool under pressure to be their leader.
Okay.
Melissa gets picked, and so does Sean.
Melissa makes sense. I mean, Sean, too. He's a stay-at-home dad. He's in a war zone every day.
Depends on how old the kids are.
Well, true.
But, I mean, honestly, take your pick.
Yeah.
Choose an age. It is a war zone.
It's a lot.
Yes.
That's a very emotionally, mentally demanding job.
I have clients who range from, like, a 3-month-old to, like, an 18-year-old. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, all of them are just like,
Yep.
Anyway, so they find out that what the challenge is they have to belay off of a very high tower.
Hell yeah.
They're up like 38 stories.
Uh-huh.
And they have to find like which apartment it is. There's clues that they have to break into. Mm-hmm. It's the 5th apartment.
Oh.
Yeah. Melissa goes so slow. She's scared.
Yeah.
She doesn't love heights.
Uh-huh.
So she's scared. Sean is also fucking terrified. A lot of his team is like, I don't know if he's going to make it. Like, we may have to try and see if we can switch people
kids
out.
at home.
Yeah. But he does it.
Good.
And he does it super quick. Like,
Hell yeah.
Sean's team gets like a 30-minute lead on Melissa's team.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love belaying.
I haven't done it since high school.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I used to rock climb, and one of my favorite parts was letting go at the top and just whee.
Fair.
It was fun.
So once they are in the apartments, they have to find the safe. Mm-hmm. And then they have to find the numbers to unlock the safe.
Okay.
They do this via a flashlight that's in a bag they're given that is a black light. And there are a series of numbers that are, and they're in 2s, that are black light reactive. So that's how they can kind of figure it out.
Sure.
They have 3 tries to unlock the safe or they lose.
Oh.
So Hannah, Tony, Sean, Michael, and Q brute force the safe. They do it Julian Solomita style at a puzzle game and just punch in numbers. It's fucking irritating.
Oh my god. 3 tries, guys.
So they fail.
Yeah.
They fail at that.
Ugh.
Yep.
Okay.
The other team makes an educated guess and does because they found both of the blacklight numbers. So they're like, oh, they already tried a number. They had 1 try left. So they do a coin toss as to which one it could be. So they do this coin toss, they put it in, and it's correct.
Damn.
Yeah, because only 1 team won this challenge, they get $5,000 added to the pot. So that's kind of nice.
Sure.
They then do this like insane fortune cookie bluff game where each contestant gets a fortune cookie and it either has like 5K, 10K, 20K, or exemption on it. And you have to bluff and tell people, like some people are like, oh yeah, I have the 5K, I have the 20, I have,
Sure.
And as long as no one at the table at the very end has an exemption, then they win money.
Okay.
It's wild.
All right.
And yeah, it's a lot of lying to each other.
Yeah.
And then it's a quiz. The quizzes are just like popping up all the time
Jesus.
this season.
Right?
And unfortunately, Melissa is eliminated.
Aw, Melissa. Your poker face was good. I'm sure.
Right?
I mean, we just have this one picture of you,
yeah.
but I could see your guarded eyes.
She was good at bluffing, but she wasn't good at
Quiz.
deciphering who's the mole.
Fair.
So the players are taken to a hotel and they are given a chance to have a movie night where they can choose. So each player, before they were casted, were asked, how would you play if you were the mole? And that's recorded. So they can choose, if Andy was still here and Jen, Andy could be like, I'm going to see Jen's how I would play if I was the mole video. Now, of course, this costs money. The important part here is that Muna and Michael watch Sean's video and discover that Sean is a retired undercover cop.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just love that.
Amazing.
Uh-huh.
I was like, yeah, cool under pressure because of children. No.
No. Retired undercover cop.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Listen, Sean, you didn't age bad, but you're not doing 21 Jump Street.
No. Oh my god, that was amazing. Okay, that's so good.
Right?
I love that so much. Oh my god.
And so I can't remember who watches Michael's video. Oh, I think it's Hannah. Hannah and Tony watch Michael's video. Also, Hannah and Tony are like an item right now.
Yep.
Yeah, they're making out.
Yep.
But they watch Michael's video and Michael is like, oh, I'd be a good liar because I lied about my sexuality for 20 years.
Amazing.
So I love that.
That's very solid.
So there are 9 players left. It was $5,000 a ticket for watching these videos.
Oh.
8 players watched videos.
Oh god.
So now the pot is down to 20,000.
Wait a second. I must have lost track somewhere.
What?
I thought it was only at like 15.
Yeah, there's some. Sorry, I did very bad at keeping. Well, because it doesn't do a very good job this season of putting out. Now your pot is at this much. Now your pot is at that much.
Gotcha.
Like they don't do a great job at that. So, sorry.
Always good. Okay, well, it's not into the red.
Yeah, it's not 10,000 anymore.
Yay.
So then they have the gala challenge.
Okay.
So they're split into teams, front of house and back of house. They're staff at this gala where guests have brought gifts. 3 of the attendees have brought $10,000 as a gift as a gift.
Okay.
They have to find these 3 people using clues with various things. So the front of house staff has to be like, oh, this person is drinking red wine, so they're a suspect. That person is drinking white wine, so they're not a suspect. Like, they're relaying this to the back of the house.
Uh-huh.
So while that is happening, Michael obviously is suspicious of Sean, so wants to be on Sean's team.
Yep.
Sean already volunteered to be the back of house. So Michael and Sean are in the back, and Sean suspects that Michael suspects him.
I imagine he's got that pretty honed because that instinct, if it weren't, he could die
Yeah.
in the past.
Yep.
And that's a pretty good motivator
Yep.
to be really keyed in to if somebody's suspicious of you.
Yes. Since Sean knows this, Sean is like, okay, I'm going to do some fuckery so that Michael might think I'm the mole, thus get out earlier. So Sean takes a photo of one of the gala guests off of the wall. This ends up fucking them majorly.
Oh no!
Because it was a person who had the 10,000. Yeah.
That's some effective fuckery there,
Right?
Sean.
Like, too much. But Michael is like, I saw that. It was a little obvious.
Yeah.
So, is he trying to be obvious?
Uh-huh.
This game is wild.
It is. It is.
And
There's
it's so good.
much just guessing.
Yes.
Because what's the motivation there? You don't know. You don't know. It could be, I'm trying to look suspicious. It could be, fuck it, I'll do something real blatant so he
Right.
thinks it couldn't possibly be me. You don't know.
For instance, Hannah notices, so one of Ryan's tables,
Uh-huh.
they find out that the person with $10,000 is a vegetarian. So they serve these vegetable dumplings. Ryan tells the back of the house that, oh, this person took the chicken. When they actually took the vegetable dumpling. Hannah sees that. But instead of saying anything, she keeps that to herself.
Yep. Clock it and lock it away.
Which also means that Ryan and Hannah fuck it up and they lose another $10,000. So they only get $10,000 in this challenge.
Yeah, there's not going to be a lot of money in the
No.
pot.
The other thing Hannah does here is she does not tell Tony about seeing Ryan's mistake. Mistake and or sabotage.
Fully believe that.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, eventually it is going to have to come down.
sure.
So
Yeah, no, she's looking out for her. And I feel like she made it very clear from the beginning that she's going to look out for her. So fuck Tony.
everyone should be.
Yeah.
Like,
that
that's
is literally why they're here. It's literally
exactly.
the point of the game.
You can't split it. At one point, I think Q does say this. You can't split it 11 ways.
Yep.
Before the quiz, they're like just given some time to hang out and people talk. And Michael pulls Sean aside and is like, hey, I watched your video. And Sean is like, okay, I kind of thought so. And Sean is like, what made you think? Like, what makes you suspect me? And Michael is like, well, you say you're a stay-at-home dad and you have no ring on your finger.
Well.
Well, so Sean is like, that's actually a really good observation. I stopped wearing a wedding ring after I became an undercover cop. So that it doesn't give
Anything
your
away,
suspects
yeah, something.
motivation, to come after your family. Yeah, it's
That was
fucking great.
That's sharp, Michael.
Right?
That's sharp. I never fucking noticed wearing rings.
I do. Oh my gosh.
I
One
wish
of
I
my
did.
friend's exes posted a photo with a new person and has a ring on that finger. And we're all like, is it? We have asked said ex, and they say they don't know for certain, but it's possible.
Interesting.
Yes.
Huh. It's this one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I never wore my engagement ring on my engagement
Finger.
hand.
Yeah.
I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna put it on this
I
one.
know it's the opposite hand in a lot of other countries.
Oh.
And how I know that is random. It's when I was dating my college boyfriend. He and I both happened to wear rings on that finger. And one of our international student friends saw that and was like, my God, they move fast. And we were all like, huh?
No.
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 We just wear rings. Anyway.
Quiz time. Do you want to take any guesses of who is eliminated?
I'm gonna go with Ryan because we haven't heard much of her.
Fair. It's Tony.
Oh.
And Tony's kind of mad. He's like, Hannah and I had the same information. Why am I the one that's out and she's not?
Because she had more
information.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you shouldn't have given in to her at the table.
Yeah, dude.
You should have let it tick down to 0.
Don't-
Anyway,
Don't give in for the pussy.
you will not get it.
No.
She's fully playing you.
Yes.
Anyway.
So then they have this like crazy shipping crate challenge.
Okay.
So there's 3 trucks and they each have a name on them. These are the 3 like most guessed for people for being the mole. There's all of these shipping crates. They're at like, a port. And they have to look through these shipping crates and find crates that say 5, 10, 20K on them. And then take those crates to the trucks, and whoever they think is the most voted for person, they have to put the most money on that. Because that truck will then be moved to another location, and if they guess correctly, they will win all of the money in that truck.
Oh, man.
The 3 trucks are Sean, Michael, and Muna. Pretty much everybody says that they are voting for Muna. And a couple players don't even want to put money on Sean's truck. Like Michael, whose main suspect is Sean, tells everybody that his main suspect is Muna.
Oh.
Yeah.
She hasn't done anything particularly sus.
No, not really. She did,
But they're racially profiling.
There was literally the first kind of mini challenge was this phone call thing, and you could either add money to the pot or you could take a correction, I think is what it was. So one of your answers will be automatically corrected to be correct.
Okay.
And she took the correction. She says she didn't, but she did.
Okay.
She blamed it on Tony, who admitted to taking the correction. Yeah.
Interesting.
So they put most of the money on Muna's truck.
I feel like Tony just liked cute girls.
Yeah. And then they wrap it up. They're taken to a second location. Everyone is hoping it's going to be Muna's truck. Do you want to guess whose truck it is?
Sean.
It's Michael's truck. Yeah. Who had the second most amount of money. But they put $40,000 on Muna's. Yeah.
Oh my
Actually,
God.
no, not even 40, 50. It's a lot.
Yep.
And then they're immediately taken to a random warehouse. And they have an auction challenge.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's just challenge after challenge after challenge.
Oh my God.
The only time these people get time to talk when it's not a challenge is when they are taken to a place right before a mini challenge or a quiz.
Oh my God.
They are sequestered in their rooms
Jeez.
if they're not doing these.
Wow.
Yeah. So they have these 3 items that they can bid on. But the money has to come from the pot.
Oh.
Each round that people do not bid on anything, 5K is added. if no one bids on the item.
Uh-huh.
First one, I don't remember what it was. First one was 15 minutes with a dossier.
Mm-hmm.
Second one, I think, was maybe a correction. One point correction. Last item is an exemption.
People like those.
Yes, they do. So we end this episode by someone bidding the whole pot of $59,500 for the exemption.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
God damn.
And that's it.
We don't know who.
We don't know who.
Fuck.
Yep. And I'm guessing how this is going to work is they're not going to tell us who got the exemption.
Uh-huh.
Like, the person might tell us in confessionals,
Right.
but they're not going to tell everybody.
Uh-huh.
So there's a lot of people holding stuff close, which is fair, and there's a lot of lying
Yeah.
this season. Like, just more blatant and explicit than
Just
last
go
season.
for it. Fuck
Yeah.
it. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Oh my God.
It's wild. Other shows, I have kind of like bopped around and I'll watch one of this and one of that and blah, blah, blah. I could not stop watching this. And it was really hard for me to stop watching it. Because I was just like, ooh, I want to know. It's so much fun and it's not nearly as trashy as some of the other stuff we cover.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's interesting.
It's good.
It's good. It's a
good
good
stuff.
fucking show.
I love it.
If you watch any show that we cover, watch this one.
Yeah. It won't make you feel sad or have to
No.
lay down after.
Yeah. Except for
I'm
when
happy.
Andy goes home, maybe.
Poor Andy.
Yeah. I'm sad Andy is gone.
Me too.
But we still have Ryan, Michael, Hannah, Sean, Deanna, Q, Muna, and Nish.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week with something different. Gotta wait for episodes of this to come out, so suspense. Unless you're watching this in the future when all the episodes are out.
Yeah.
Good for you.
How's the future? What's going on right now? I don't
it-
remember. It's unprecedented times, as always.
For the last several years. Anyway, in the meantime, you can find us on Instagram, YouTube, Patreon, all Much Ado Some Shit. Speaking of Patreon, special shout out to our patrons, Emma, Florence, and Meg. Thanks so much, guys. We appreciate you. We appreciate
Yay.
everyone for listening.
Yay.
And we will see you all next week.
Bye.